am back with the third story from Chandogya Upanishad. This fascinating story comes with a secret teaching that can be a real game changer if we learn and practice it. Let us dive into the story straight away. King Janashruti Pautrayana was known for his generous gifts and donations. He would offer them to people with great respect. He had built resting places with free food for visitors all over his kingdom. Oftentimes, he would feel proud, thinking, "People eat my food everywhere." One warm night, when the king was relaxing under the open sky on the rooftop of his palace, he saw two swans soaring in the sky above his head. Then he heard one of them speak to the other. "Hey, short-sighted, look at the radiance of Janashruti Pautrayana. It has spread out like daylight. Don't go near it, you may get scorched." The second bird responded, "Oh, how could you describe this king in this manner, as if he was the Raikwa with a cart?" Now the first bird asked, "The Raikwa with a cart? What kind of person is he?" The second bird explained, "He is like the Krita caste, which is the highest caste on the dice. As you know, all the lower castes of the dice go to the one who casts the Krita caste and make him the winner. Similarly, whatever good people do, all merits go to Raikwa, and whatever people know, Raikwa knows them all." After hearing this conversation, Janashruti wondered if he would be praised the way Raikwa was praised by the swans. He could not wait to have a glimpse of the man, and he dispatched his servant to find him. The servant searched every possible place where people had gathered, but he failed to locate the Raikwa with a cart. When he returned to the palace empty-handed, the king instructed him, "Search for him where a Brahmajnani or the knower of Brahma can be found." The servant resumed the search. Finally, he came across a man who was sitting under a cart all alone, carelessly scratching his skin. Despite the shabby appearance of the person, the servant prostrated before him and asked, "Respected sir, are you the Raikwa with a cart?" "Yes, dear fellow, I am," the person replied. The jubilant servant returned to his master and informed him, "My lord, I have found the Raikwa with a cart." Janashruti Pautrayana wasted no time. He approached the mysterious man with 600 cows, a gold necklace and a horse-driven chariot. "O Raikwa, I have brought for you all these cows, this gold necklace and this horse-driven chariot. Now, respected sir, instruct me about the deity whom you worship," the king requested. Raikwa, however, was not at all impressed. "Keep those cows, the gold necklace, and the horse-driven chariot with yourself," he told the king dismissively. Janashruti Pautrayana went back, but he returned with 1,000 cows, a gold necklace, a horse-driven chariot, and his daughter. "O Raikwa, I have brought for you 1,000 cows, a gold necklace, a horse-driven chariot, and my daughter, who will be your wife. In addition, take this village where you reside. Now please instruct me about the deity," the king requested. "All right. By making the princess a portal to convey knowledge, you have compelled me to speak," Raikwa said. He then explained two principles ruling the two worlds, the divine and the human. With regard to the divine, Raikwa said, "Air is the absorber of all, for when fire goes up, it merges into air. When the sun sets, it merges into air. When the moon sets, it merges into air. And when water dries up, it also merges into air." And with regard to humans, prana, the life force, is the absorber of all. For when one sleeps, speech merges into prana, the sight merges into prana, the hearing merges into prana, and the mind merges into prana. Hence, Prana is the absorber of all with reference to humans. This is the doctrine of Samvarga or absorption. Raikva concluded with a cryptic revelation of what he was worshipping. That is the story. What is the message? First and foremost, a person may have abundant material wealth and power. He may do a lot of charitable work, but he is reminded of his lack or incompleteness as soon as he is faced with something or someone greater than himself. This is the case of Janashruti. He was relishing his own greatness until he heard about Raikva. Now the core teaching of the story, which is the teaching called Samvarga Vidya. This teaching is based on the doctrine of Samvarga or absorption. Let us understand what it is all about. Prana rules the human body from inside, and Vayu, the mystical air, rules the outside world, but they are not two separate entities. What is inside is also outside. According to the doctrine of Samvarga, higher principles absorb lower principles, and self or Brahma is the highest principle, like the Krita cast on the dice. So it absorbs everything in the body and the universe. Here, a brief explanation on why the highest caste with 4 dots is called Krita. The word Krita is related to the first yug or epoch in Hindu mythology. It is said that during Krita Yuga, truth stood on all the 4 feet. In the subsequent 2 yugs, it stood on 3 and 2 feet respectively. And in Kali Yuga, which is said to be the present era, truth is standing on 1 foot only. That is why Krita Yuga was the greatest of all. So is the Krita caste. Coming back to the doctrine of Samvarga, the question is, how can ordinary people leverage this knowledge in their lives? It is done by learning and practicing Samvarga Vidya, which involves a meditation technique. In that, the practitioner mentally absorbs every physical and mental object that he can think of. Eventually, he finds the whole universe within himself. The character Raikva in this story has mastered this Vidya. He is content with himself, even as a cart puller, but he can attract immense material wealth and a princess for wife sitting under a cart, because he has absorbed every possible thing in the universe. In other words, he is totally one with the highest principle, that is Brahman. What are your thoughts on this? Please share in the comments. Thanks for watching.